Hey guys, welcome to this video. We're going to go over diamond problems. So the idea of a diamond problem is that you take the two numbers on the side and you multiply them to get the top number and you add them to get the bottom number. But sometimes they give you the top and the bottom, so you need to figure out what are the two side numbers such that they would multiply to get the top and add to get the bottom. Two side numbers multiply to get the top, two side numbers add to get the bottom. So first we'll start with number 16, 5 and 6. So what is 5 times 6? So on the top is multiply. So on top gets 5 times 6, and on bottom is 5 plus 6. So 5 times 6 is 30, and 5 plus 6 is 11. And that's the answer to number 16. Let's try the next one. So number 17 says 5 and negative 4. So once again, we need the top two, we just multiply. So 5 times negative 4 for the top, and the bottom is 5 plus negative 4. So 5 times negative 4, 5 times 4 is 20, and then there's one negative, and we're multiplying, that becomes negative 20. Then on bottom, 5 plus negative 4, well, this basically means the same thing as 5 minus 4, and that's 1. So the answer to this is negative 20 and 1, and there it is right there. So negative 4 and negative 4. So the top, we need to multiply them. So negative 4 times negative 4. And on the bottom, we add them. Negative 4 plus negative 4. Well, negative 4 times negative 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then a negative times a negative becomes positive. So this is positive right here. And then negative 4 plus negative 4. Well, if we imagine a number line, what's happening is the negative 4 starts back 4 right here. And then we're going backwards another 4. So if this was 0, this is negative 4. This right here is going to be negative 8. We went back 4 and then back another 4. So this answer is negative 8. So it should be 16 and negative 8. So the next one is 7 and 2. So the top we want to multiply 7 times 2. And on the bottom we want to do 7 plus 2. Well, 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 2 is 9. So this one is 14 and 9. So 8 and 3. So now, once again, we want to do 8 times 3 on top and 8 plus 3 on bottom. 8 times 3 is 24 if you know your times tables. And 8 plus 3 is 11. And there it is. Now they're going to start getting a little trickier. We have this 27 and this 3. Start asking ourselves, 3 times what gives us 27? So really 3 times something equals 27. What's that something? What ends up being 9, and then we do 3 plus 9 to give us 12. So that's this one here. Now for this one, it's the same idea as the last one. 4 times what gives us 12? Well, that's 3. And now we just add 4 plus 3 is 7. And that gives us this one. Let's try another. Now for 23, 4 plus what is 12? We could say 4 plus something equals 12. And then we can solve for that something. And we get 8. And then for the top, we do 4 times 8 is 32. And that's that one. Let's do another. So this one's a little bit trickier. But ultimately, we're trying to figure out what this is. We'll call it x for now. 4 plus something needs to equal negative 5. Well, now if we're solving for the x, we're solving for this blank space. We want to get it by itself. And the way we get it by itself is we undo the 4 plus. So these cancel, we're left with an x and negative 5 minus 4. So if we think of a number line going this way, negative 5 brings us down 5 to start with. And then the minus 4 means we're going down 4 more. So that's going to put us at negative 9. So this x right here is negative 9. And then now what is negative 9 times 4? Well, 9 times 4 is 36, and then since we have a negative in there, when we're multiplying, it's negative 36. And that's the answer to this one. So now they're going to get even trickier. This one, the 6 and a 5. What are two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5? So it's kind of tricky, so let's figure out a good way to do this. What are two numbers that multiply to 6? Well, we have 1 times 6, and we have 2 times 3. I think that's everything. Now, which of these would add to 5? Well, 1 plus 6 is 7, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So now it's the 2 and the 3 that multiply to 6 and add to 5. So that's the answer to that one. I hope that makes sense. So this one looks trickier, but let's do the same logic. What's everything that multiplies to negative 21? Well, we have negative 7 times 3 would give us negative 21. Negative 3 times 7, which would be negative 21. And I guess we have negative 21 times 1 and negative 1 times 21. So I think that's everything that multiplies to give us negative 21. Now let's add each of these things up. Negative 7 plus 3, negative 3 plus 7, negative 21 plus 1, and negative 1 plus 21. So now we're just adding because we add to get the bottom. So negative 7 plus 3, if we think of a number line, the negative 7 is back here 7, and then plus 3 means we're moving 3 this way, which would put us at negative 4. Next, negative 3 plus 7, well, that's like 7 minus 3, so that's positive 4. Negative 21 plus 1, so same idea. If we think of a number line starting at negative 21, and then we add 1 to it, well, that'd put us at negative 20. And then negative 1 plus 21 is just like 21 minus 1, so that would be positive 20. And the one that gives us the negative 4 is this top one. So we know those are our two numbers. It's going to be negative 7 and 3. So the way we did this, we've listed everything that would multiply to give us negative 21, and then we added them and saw which ones would give us the negative 4. Negative 6 and positive 5. So same idea. Let's list everything that multiplies to negative 6. Well, negative 1 times 6, negative 6 times 1, negative 2 times 3, and negative 3 times 2. All these multiply to negative 6. Now let's try adding them. Negative 1 plus 6, negative 6 plus 1, negative 2 plus 3, and negative 3 plus 2. Well, negative 1 plus 6 is 5, because it's like 6 minus 1. Negative 6 plus 1, well, that's being 6 in a whole, and then moving up 1. So that'd put us at negative 5. Negative 2 plus 3, well, that would be starting out 2 in a whole. So we're at negative 2, and we move up 3. So we finish at 1. And then negative 3 plus 2, same idea again. We start 3 in a whole because of the negative 3. And then we're moving up 2. So that puts us at negative 1. So now we're looking for the one that gave us 5, and that's this top one. So it's negative 1 and 6, and that's the answer. And it doesn't really matter that they're out of order. The negative 1 and 6 can be on either side. Should we do another? Let's try another. 4 and negative 4. So once again, I'm just going to list everything that multiplies to 4. So that'd be 2 times 2, and also negative 2 times negative 2, because the double negatives will cancel. So both of these multiply to give us the 4, which is what we want, the 4 on top. Now let's try adding these together. 2 plus 2 or negative 2 plus negative 2. Well, 2 plus 2 is 4, and negative 2 plus negative 2, that's going to be like digging a hole too deep and then going 2 deeper. So that would put us at negative 4. So we're going from 0 to negative 2 and then going down 2 more, which would put us at negative 4. Negative 4 is what we wanted, so we want this stuff. So they're both going to be negative 2s. And it's okay if they both match. And that's the answer to that one. So we just listed everything that multiplies by 4, and it took some creativity to recognize that negative 2 times negative 2 would also give us positive 4. So for number 5, we have a 12 and a 7. So what's everything that multiplies to 12? Well, we have 2 times 6, and I might as well just check these in real time. 2 plus 6 is 8, which is not 7. 1 times 12, and if I add 1 plus 12, I get 13. What else multiplies to 12? 3 and 4. So 3 times 4 equals 12, and 3 plus 4 equals 7. So now we found our numbers, 3 and 4. That's it. So what I did is I checked everything that multiplied to give me 12. So in real time, I just added. So this would be 2 plus 6 gave me 8, and 1 plus 12 gave me 13. And that's how to do that one. So for number 6, a little bit trickier. This is a negative down here, and this is positive. So I think we're going to have to do 2 negative numbers multiplying to give us that. So we'll try negative 3 times negative 4. So that equals 12. And if we try adding negative 3 plus negative 4, that gives us negative 7, which is not negative 8. So now let's try 2 and 6. And once again, if I did positive 2 and positive 6, I know they're going to add to a positive number. 2 plus 6 equals 8. But I want a negative number. So I'm going to try negative 2 times negative 6. And when I add those, that essentially means I'm starting out 2 in a hole, and I'm going down 6 more. So this gives me negative 8. So my answers are negative 2 and negative 6. They multiply to give me 12, and they add to give me negative 8. And there's the answer right there. Negative 55 and negative 6. So what multiplies to give me negative 55? Well, I'm thinking 5 and 11, but one of them needs to be negative. So we'll try negative 5 times 11, and we'll try negative 11 times 5. So both these multiply to negative 55, but now we got to see what they add to. So negative 5 plus 11, well, that'd be like going in a whole 5. So if this is 0, this is negative 5, and then plus 11 means we go up 11. So that's going to end us up at 6, because we go up 5 and then 6 more. And then negative 11 plus 5, well, this is the exact opposite. We're going to start 11 in a hole, and then we're moving up 5. And that just puts us at negative 6, and 0 is way up here. So this is negative 6. We wanted negative 6 and negative 55, so it's these two numbers. So negative 11 times 5 was negative 55, and negative 11 plus 5 was negative 6. So this should be the answer. And there it is. Let's do another one. 5 and negative 6. So this one shouldn't be too hard. What are two numbers that multiply to 5? Well, there's only 1 and 5. But when I add these, I get positive 6, but I wanted negative 6. So now I'm going to try negative 1 and negative 5. These multiply to give me positive 5. But when I add them, negative 1 plus negative 5, I get negative 6. And that's what I have on bottom. So the answer must be negative 1 and negative 5. And that's the correct answer. The negative 5 and negative 1 can go on either side. So we got this one right. Once again, we just multiplied to 5 and added to negative 6. Now for this next one, two numbers that multiply to 2 and add to 3. Well, what multiplies to 2? 1 times 2, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we're already done. It's 1 and 2. So that one wasn't too tough. Let's try the next one. 24 and 10. So what's everything that multiplies to 24? Well, there's 2 times 12. And when I add 2 and 12, I get 14, which is not 10. So I'm not done yet. 24, 6 times 4. That equals 24. And 6 plus 4, equals 10. I'm done. 6 and 4. And they put 4 and 6, but it's the same thing. Let's try the next one. We're almost done. 30 and negative 11. So what are some things that multiply to give us 30? Well, 5 times 6 is 30. And 5 plus 6 is 11. Oh, well, this says negative 11. So that just tells me I want to make them both negative. So negative 5 times negative 6 is 30. And negative 5 plus negative 6. So that would give us our negative 11 that we want. So it's negative 5 and negative 6. And that's the answer. Negative 6 and negative 5. And the order doesn't matter. Cool. They both multiply to 30 because of the double negative, and they add to negative 11. Got 27 here. So what are some numbers that multiply to 27? 3 times 9. And if we try 3 plus 9, it gives us 12. So our 12 matches and our 27 matches. So it's just 3 and 9. So that one wasn't too terrible. It's on the first guess. Let's try the next one. Ooh, this one looks kind of tricky. Negative 9 and 0. So what are some things that multiply to negative 9? Well, I know 3 and 3 multiply to positive 9. So if I make one of them negative, they're going to multiply to negative 9. And if I add negative 3 plus 3, they cancel each other out. It's the same thing as basically 3 minus 3, which is 0, which is what I wanted. So that one was not as hard as I thought it would be. Negative 3 and 3. And there it is, -3 and 3. Got two more. 14 and 9. So what are two numbers that multiply to 14? 2 times 7, that's 14. And if I add 2 plus 7, I get 9, and I'm done. It's 2 and 7. Cool. And the last one, -12 and 4. What's this one going to be? Well, let's just, this is actually a different type. This is the one that 4 times something has to give me -12. So 4 times something has to give me -12. Or I could call this something x, and I could say 4x equals -12. And now I can solve for the x by dividing both sides by 4, because I want to undo this 4 times. That gets my x by itself, and -12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and then with that negative, it's -3. So we now know that this is -3 inside here. And now to finish it, we just say 4 plus -3. And that's basically 4 minus 3, which is 1. And that matches our answer. So we just did 24 diamond problems. Here they all are here. If you want to practice them again on your own, there's andymath.com diamond-problems, or you can find them just by going to andymath.com. There's also a PDF on here. So if you just click on this printable PDF link, you can print this out and give it to your students or try it yourself at home. Here's an answer key to make it easy to grade or check your work. I think that'd be pretty awesome if teachers would start using these PDFs in class. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Check out andymath.com if you're trying to do any other practice problems for math. Here's the homepage right here. Got a whole bunch of individual classes. So we could do, say, grades 6 to 8. And there's all these topics that you can practice. Have a good one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.